Oh, good morning. This is the Mediocre morning wrap up program for Wednesday. This is the 24th of March. It is hump day. This will be a mediocre program today. We're going to kind of go into the hots and knots today in both the NHL and the NBA. So we'll start with the NBA first. As we're coming up on the trade deadline, we'll talk more about that in the water cooler this evening. We're about 24 hours out, 24 to 36 hours away from the trade deadline, and we'll see what some of these teams are doing um, to help replenish their stock. So in the NBA, our hots in the East, we've got third place Milwaukee. 7 in a row they've won. They are 2 games back of Philly right now. And with Joel Embiid out, that's a dangerous thing for Philly. But they've been playing pretty well without him. I don't know how long that's going to last, though. Another hot is the second place in the West is Phoenix. Phoenix has won 3 in a row. They're 2 games back of Utah. So that's becoming a two horse race there, especially with the Lakers and the Clippers. Kind of falling back a little bit, especially the Lakers. And in the knots category, the 6th place team in the East, and obviously the top 10 are going to the playoffs. As we march towards every year, we just add more and more teams so that eventually they all just get participation trophies. So in the knots, Miami's in 6th, and they have lost 4 in a row. They sit, I'm going to read my own notes here. They said 9 games back of Philly. The other piece here is Toronto, and they're on the outside looking in now. They played themselves out of the playoffs right now. They're in 11th. Like I said, 10 seeds get in. They're 11th. They've lost 9 in a row. They're sitting 13.5 games back of Philly, but they're 2.5 games back of Indiana for that final playoff spot. Precarious situation they find themselves in. And then in the West, third place LA, the Lakers, well, they're tied for third. They've lost 3 in a row. They're 4 games back of Utah. They're tied with the Clippers. So they're in a tough situation without LeBron and without Anthony Davis. So that's the NBA anyway. So let's go ahead and look at the NHL, shall we? NHL hots and knots. When we look at those, on the hot side, Central leading Tampa Bay has won 5 in a row, and they're up by a couple of points. And in the West, Edmonton is tied for first with Toronto. I mean, not in the West, in the North. They've won 3 in a row, and they, like I said, they're tied for first with Toronto. The cream is starting to separate quite nicely. Knots, there's a couple of those. 5th place in the East is Philadelphia, and 4 teams are getting in the East. Fifth place, Philadelphia lost 3 in a row. They're 2 points back of 4th place Boston. So that's going to be huge for them. Last in the East, Buffalo, they've lost 14 in a row. They are 12 points back, just out of 7th. I mean, 8-team division. They're pretty close to mathematically being eliminated already. Just very awful season for Buffalo. So that's where we are right now. And we'll talk about that trade deadline tonight in the NBA. That's all I have for you today. So please like, comment, subscribe, hit the ringy dingy, say all. Share all that goodness that comes into your screen far and wide, because more sharing is more caring, and I will appreciate it. And what's more is I'll holler at you all later. Peace out, me homies. See ya.